Hello and welcome back to Sunrider Academy. I saw Solar waiting for me at the gate of the shrine. Hey Solar, hope I didn't keep you waiting. The shrine maiden's duty is to watch the shrine grounds. Fear not, you did not cause me delay. Follow, I have prepared a tour of the grounds. I walked beside Solar as she led me through the shrine. I couldn't help but feel lucky to have a pretty shrine maiden walking beside me. Made me feel like I was more important than I actually was. Solar pointed me to a large black monolith. This is the Harmont. It is said the casting of this monolith required all the black ore to be harvested from Darius' second moon. While it looks deceptively small, this monolith weighs as much as multiple skyscrapers and requires the use of graviton generators to display at our humble shrine. The change in the moon's mass subsequently caused it to wobble outside of Darius' orbit, causing climate changes on the planet, which killed 500 million inhabitants. That's crazy. Wouldn't the people have revolted? The Ruvian Emperor was not a man, but a god. If he decreed that 500 million souls should perish for the construction of a monolith, then such was the natural course of humanity. Glad I didn't live back then. The Ruvian Emperor's committed cruelties, this is true. But the seat of the Emperor was a means to commit both evil and great good. Great emperors who brought wealth and prosperity to humanity are as numerous as vengeful emperors who brought retribution for the sins of mankind. Come this way, there is more to see. Solar led me through the shrine, explaining the origins of the various religious icons. After a tour of the shrine, I felt like I'd received a full course in ancient history. There is one final thing I wish to show you. Really? What is it? It is time. Come with me. Solar led me to a stage where a large group of people had gathered. Solar? Was Solar going to perform on top of the stage? Before I could react, Solar leaned forward and plucked a kiss from my cheek. My heart jumped. Huh? Behold, the final tier of the Sharlak. Solar glided up the steps of the stage. The lonely whisper of flutes floated high above as Solar began her dance. She bowed gracefully and spread her arms like wings. And I had heard of the legendary final tier before. Whenever the Holy Empire was in peril, legend spoke that the sacrifice of the Imperial Princess would save the Empire. Most historians believe this legend merely symbolized the political marriages the Holy Roman Empire would make with rival nations which grew powerful enough to challenge the Empire. A marriage with the renowned and chaste Princess Ruvia would be a prize great enough to satisfy the bloodlust of many a rival warlord, and the Holy Empire would remain unchallenged in its rule over the galaxy. Solar spun with a lot less effort than it requires for me to say the word effortlessly, apparently. Solar spun effortlessly through the stage, her movements as fluid as water, and I couldn't help be enamored by her grace. I guess I should count myself lucky I could even hang out with a pretty and pure girl like Solar. Even if millennia had passed since the collapse of the Holy Empire, a piece of its traditions survived here. Somehow, I was glad that people were still trying to preserve our lost history. Solar's dance ended, and she knelt down and lowered her arms. The audience applauded. Solar returned to see me. That was very pretty, Solar. It was like you really became the Shah. You have my gratitude. Now about that kiss at the beginning. Also, I wanted to ask. The dance was the story of the Shah Einsvith, who was the 11th Imperial Princess. Legend speaks that she left her one true love with a kiss on the cheek before departing for a battle which she knew was doomed. And yet she fought on, cutting down the enemy fleets until her final breath. Somehow that legend sounded kind of familiar. Though, man, that sure was a serious kiss on the cheek. What was Solar doing, just casually giving me a kiss with such heavy meaning? I couldn't help but laugh nervously. I see. Luckily you didn't have to die in battle. Oh, you're so lame when girls hit on you, Kato. To be fair, he's handling it better than I do. Solar led me to the gate. You have my gratitude for accompanying me. No, thanks for giving me such a complete tour. Stop yawning, man. I'm glad that you're helping to preserve a piece of our history here. Then, farewell. No, Solar, How about I'll see you tomorrow? I'll see you tomorrow. See ya. Back up. Ah. Sorry, that was me taking a sip and accidentally splashing water all over myself. Because I am an idiot, as has been established. Yeah, it's fine. Missed the keyboard, which is the important thing. Okay. Where was I? Ah yeah, splashing water on myself like an idiot. Right. Okay, what other events we got? Got a swim meet there. Day off, so we better do some temp work. Get some money in. Extracurricular clubs now in session. It's fine. Oversee the practice. Good. And let's raise morale. If I can get it north of 50, that'll be really handy. Don't have any of that to do. Let's do a temp job. And dang it, only a bit of money. To be fair, it's still, you know, the science centre does seem to be the best place to get money that I've found so far. I saw Ava waiting for me in the morning. Wow, it actually felt like we were going to behave like childhood friends from now. After so long of Ava giving me the cold shoulder, actually walking to school with her on a regular basis seemed like a huge event. Hey, President. Do you have a good trip? Yeah. Let's go. We went to the transit centre. Oh. By the way, I got you this. I happened to see it at a gift shop and it reminded me of you. Ava reached into her bag and withdrew a space whale magnet. I was completely lost how this space whale reminded Ava of me. I was definitely not a huge blue creature of the Star Ocean. On top of that, it was obvious from the ribbon that this space whale was supposed to be female. Was she making fun of me? Thanks. No prob. Were you serious about the space whale reminding you of me, though? Yeah, what about it? I don't really see the resemblance. I guess you've always been one of those guys who always takes things at their own pace. I heard space whales are like that. They set their own pace, keep swimming that way, regardless of what stands in their way. I still have no idea how it could be anything like a space whale. Prez, are you sure you're not thinking that I've gained weight or something? Idiot. Here's a tip. When someone buys you a gift, you say, thank you. Okay, we've got a good couple of days before the swim meet, so we're not in any danger. Let's talk about jobs with her. Okay, the swim team's doing pretty well. Do some studying. Okay, this is gonna... Yeah, she's the last person I've not tried to give them to. Nope, she didn't appreciate that. So who the hell are they for, I wonder? Oh well, I'll hang on to them until I figure it out. Let's eat lunch there. And I'll need to give Chigara that apron next time I have the opportunity to talk to her. Okay, the science club could do with some research. Good. Go for a stroll in the park. Let's talk jobs with Murray, which apparently she likes. That's the point in charisma. Damn it. Stress is really low, which is fine. And let's make a pervy joke, which she didn't appreciate that. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. Okay, let's do some research in the science lab. shopping? Anything worth buying? I can boost my charisma some more. I just love that it can support even the craziest of anime hairstyles. What? Yeah, why is it that anime has such ridiculous hairstyles? Is it because a lot of the faces they draw tend to be very similar? So the easy way to tell characters apart is to give them truly spectacularly bizarre hairstyles. Okay, I will save up my cash while I consider buying some of those. Maybe I should get that charm from the Rubian Shrine. I want to get some intel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pushing 7. So yeah, we're doing pretty well across the board here. I've got to say, getting that achievement for having them all at 10, I don't think it'll be too difficult. Take a stroll. Hey, let's talk sports. Incidentally, your music's clearly at least a little catchy if I start humming along to it. So, you know, well done there. Yes, the Science Centre definitely seems to be getting me the most money, I think. Yeah. Which is fine. Bake some pastries. Who doesn't love pastries? Hey! Gotta be doing pretty well on the money front. I might get that amulet that's supposed to help me with schoolwork. And the swim meet is today. Let's visit the shrine. And let's flirt with her. Much appreciated. We can afford some credits for a bit of luck. Okay. And let's exercise a bit. Okay, and let's talk politics. Good. Okay, swim meet. Come on. Come on, Solo, you can do it. Good. And again, come on. Come on. Good. Just one more. Excellent. Diddly-dee. Nicely done, Solar. Let's flip her. Which she didn't appreciate this time. Okay, what's this week's thing? Science fair, maybe? Yeah, we've got a science fair there. Let's eat lunch there. I spotted a familiar face as I walked through the courtyard. Hey, you're Lynn, aren't you? Ugh, it's you again. I'm Kato Shields from the Student Council. I've been helping your sister out in the science club. Lynn crossed her arms and scanned me, as if sizing me up for a fight. She grumbled a greeting. Good day. Even though they were identical twins, they were like night and day. What do you want? I wanted to introduce myself. If you need any help from the Student Council, feel free to ask, okay? Yeah. Do you happen to be in any clubs? Not really. You're nosy, aren't you? Huh? Whatever, I'm leaving. Lynn stormed away. Sheesh, Moody was right. Wonder what her problem was. My guess? She's probably jealous of her sister's brain. Because that's the thing, you would expect identical twins to be, to have the same intelligence. I know a pair of identical twins. One is really quite clever, and one is... No, he's not stupid, but he's certainly not as clever as his brother. Yeah, which always seems to surprise people. I walked into the club room and found Chigara sleeping on one of the lab tables. She must have been working hard and fallen asleep, huh? I put on a lab coat to keep her warm. Oh my, I must have fallen asleep. Chigara rubbed her eyes. Did I wake you up? Oh, it was time I got back to work anyways. This matter teleporter's given me some trouble. Chigara pointed to a mess of metal parts and wiring on the table. It teleports all of the test cubes I'm putting in, alright, but they don't materialize at the other end. And I can't figure out where the output is ending up. So you mean steel cubes are materializing out of nowhere, somewhere else? The thought suddenly gave me the creeps. What if one of those cubes materialized inside a person? Chigara gave me a resigned sigh and stood up from her stool. At least the cloaking fabric is working. Chigara pulled out a roll of fabric from a cabinet and unfolded it in front of her. Sure enough, Chigara's body disappeared behind the fabric, creating the illusion that Chigara's head was floating in the air. Well, that's pretty cool. Heh, do you want to try? I grabbed the fabric and put it over my arm. Man, you could get in so much trouble with this. There's still some glitches to work out though. Look, like if you accidentally leave the fabric somewhere while the cloak's still active, it's pretty much impossible to find it again. I've already lost 3 prototypes that way. I better watch my step now and make sure I don't trip on it. By the way, Chigara, does your sister like science too? No. In fact, she hates it. I ran into her again. Honestly, I get the feeling she's the type of person who hates everything. I'm sure Lynn has her reasons. Please don't be too harsh on her, okay? Yeah. Come on, we've got to get ready. Doing okay on the money front. Actually, I'm doing really quite well on the money front. So where should I eat? I think I fancy eating in the cafeteria. Let's bake some pastries. Good. Let's go shopping. And really increase the science club's readiness. Or I could get some silly hair wax. Or I could get both, actually. I will consider. How many charms we're buying? Major study charm. Let's go to the arcade for a bit. Where Murray is. We shall gossip with her. De-stress a bit. I didn't even really need to de-stress that much, to be honest. My stress isn't too bad. In fact, it might even be 0, give or take. Yeah, it's just gone up to 1. And we can counter that out immediately by eating here. Let's talk weather with her. And let's oversee the research in the science lab. Good. So they're about as ready as they're going to be for the event in a couple of days. And we've got another exam. Boy. Hang on. I forgot to do my homework this week. That's quite bad of me, I've got to say. Completely forgot about it. Let's face it, Ava would kill me if I forgot to do it. There we go. Okay, let's talk to her and boost our charisma a little bit. Not sure why that boosts our charisma, but okay. Do a temp job here. Go to sleep. The event today, yes it is. It's mid-break, and there's a science exhibition today. Go to the shrine. Hey Solar. Flirt with her. And no donation today. Let's get some intel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're up to 8 hearts, so a couple more, and Solar will officially really like us. Let's take a stroll this morning. Hey Chigara. How's religion doing? That's a loaded question. Okay, come on, Science Club. Good job. Come on again. Good job. One more time, come on. Yay. I'm assuming that rocket's probably going to explode or something if you fail. Incidentally, I think I figured out what that is over there. I think it might be one of the Sarah cruisers that gets destroyed right at the beginning of the main Sunrider game. I'm not 100% certain, but I think that's what it is. Or it could just be the Sunrider from a different angle. I can't tell for sure, but based on available data. Okay. Let's go home early and talk weather with Murray. It's the fact it's constantly telling me that it isn't an emoji, and I'm not 100% sure what one of those is. At least I managed to get the homework done. Let's go to the library and do some studying. And let's flirt with her, which she appreciated. Now let's pray at the shrine. Ah, she's there as well. Let's flirt with her again. And she's still appreciative. Appreciative? Ow! I really am in a klutzy mood this morning. That's the second time I've clanged my hand on that light. Reminisce with Murray. Stop telling me it's not an emoji! I don't know what one of those is. And I appreciate I'll have a few people in the comment section telling me, and yes, my problem is I'll ask rhetorical questions that I'm not entirely sure if anybody in the comment section will answer. And when they do, I forget that I asked the question. You know, it's nice if you could just bookmark the time at which I asked the question just so I could, remember what the hell it was. Yeah, I still haven't found anybody who wants to wear those. Oh, and I keep forgetting to give Chigara the apron. I am an idiot. See you in the classroom. Hey, items. Apron. Which she will appreciate. She will appreciate it, damn it! Oh boy, so we've got to improve the quality of the Kendo Club. I entered the gym and found the Kendo Club sprawled out on the floor. Oi, what are you doing? Aw, I'm too tired to practice. I crossed my arms in irritation. You've been slacking off a lot ever since the president mellowed out a saga. At this rate, you're going to lose the next tournament. Aw, so annoying. Fine, I guess we'll practice a bit. The saga begrudgingly pushes herself up. Hey Kato, how about get some new shinies from the storage room? Asaga plodded towards the storage, motioning me to follow. It's been a while since we started using these shinies. We should probably replace them before they break again. The storage room was cramped and dark. Ugh, this place was a mess. Asaga spotted a plastic garbage bin which was loaded with shinies in the top half of the shelf. Ah, there they are. They're pretty dang high. Asaga pushed a stepladder in front of the shelf and tried reaching for the bin. She stood on her toes and wobbled dangerously. Come on! I sighed. Stop it before you hurt yourself. I'll get them for you. I've seen enough shows on the hollow to know that if Asaga tried to grab the shinies herself, she'd probably tumble and cause a scene by crashing on top of me. I got on top of the ladder and tried to grab the bin. Oh, bin's heavier than I expected. There are at least 30 shinies in there. No idea they'd be so heavy when combined. I managed to grasp one edge of the bin and lean it closer to me. Suddenly the shinies inside the bin shifted, making the bin roll off the shelf. Oh shit, the shinies were going to fall out and skewer Asaga. Look out! Go! I leapt from the ladder and grabbed Asaga out of the way. We both fell to the floor and came to a rolling stop as the bin smashed against the ground with an explosive thunk, sending all the shinies clattering across the floor. I'm sorry, are you okay, Asaga? In shock, I saw that Asaga's robe was now undone, completely exposing her two bare breasts to me. Oh shit. I leapt off Asaga and turned around. Yeah! Asaga covered herself up with her hands. Sorry. I had no idea you didn't wear anything underneath. Of course you didn't, you moron. Asaga's face was flushed bright red, and tears welled up in her eyes. Kato, you idiot! Saga stormed out of the shed and ran out of the gym. Ah, crap. My heart began to pound like it was about to burst. What do I do? I was hyperventilating. I tried my best to breathe and think out my choices rationally. Chasing after her was definitely going to make this worse. I should, the best option was to let Saga calm down and apologise to her once we weren't freaking out. This was nothing more than an unfortunate accident. Making it overly dramatic was only going to make it spin further out of control. I could try asking Chigara for help. I just had to stay calm, not make this any worse than it already was. Oh, but I really did it this time. Shit. Yeah, that could have gone better. Apparently she's fine now, though. Oops. I got a message from Chigara on my holo. Oh dear, I heard what happened today. I texted her back. I really messed up. Do you want to talk about it? Sure. I connected to Chigara and started the holo conversation. A holographic projection of Chigara appeared inside my room. Oh dear, oh dear. You gotta be more careful, Kato. Sorry, I had no idea something like that was gonna happen. Oh well, please don't worry too much about it. Asaga was just surprised, that's all. She's already told me to tell you she's sorry for running away like that. Really. Tell her I'm sorry for not being more careful. I won't tell her not to worry. I won't tell anyone else what happened. It's not like I wanted any weird rumours to spread about the storage room incident. Besides, this accident was way too cliché to risk my vice presidency over. Asaka's mostly calmed down about it. Don't worry, Kato. She'll probably just be laughing about it by tomorrow. I see. That's a relief. I was more worried about you. No problem. You don't need to worry about me, Chigara. I'm just going to approach this rationally and not make a big deal out of it, you know? I'm glad. Then I'll see you tomorrow. See you. I ended the conversation. Now, one more thing. I banged the wall connecting my room to Moray's room with my fist. I heard a yelp on the other side and the sound of someone crashing off their bed. Kato, you dummy! That's what you get for spying on other people's conversations! I wasn't doing anything! What flavour of bullshit was that? Seriously, what a busy day. I fell into bed and quickly went to sleep. Time for school. The next day, I saw Asaga waiting for me in the classroom. Oh, you okay, Kato? How's it going? Sorry about the trouble yesterday. I didn't mean to freak out and abandon everyone. Nah, I'm sorry too. The accident was completely my fault anyways. No, you were just trying to protect me. If it hadn't been for you, I'd have been flattened under that bin. Thanks, okay. I would have owed you one, but I think you got that debt back twofold. Well, that was one way of putting it. Asaga playfully leaned in close to my face. So, Kato, did the side of my boobies haunt your sleep all night? Or did you already, release out the tension? Idiots. She was so upset yesterday, and now she was right back to being her usual idiot self. Oh, it was my fault for even getting worried about her. I shook my head. You dumbass. As the Vice President of the Student Council, I maintain a professional attitude at all times. What happened was nothing more than an unforeseen accident. Got it? Oh. Well, Mr. Vice President, you sure didn't look so tough yesterday. Gah! You mean girls don't wear bras underneath their kendochi? I chopped Asaga on the head. Idiot! Don't say weird things in class so loud. Aww. The bell rang, signalling the beginning of morning classes. Seriously, what was she doing just talking about it so casually in class now? Oh, Saga was always so carefree about everything. Where should I eat? What we got at the moment? Nothing on until next week when we've got exams. So let's eat lunch in the classroom and de-stress. Let's talk sports with her. So I wonder what causes those events to trigger. I wonder if it's a specific number of hearts or something like that. Okay, well, that to me seems like a pretty good point to end this video. So I will say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.